Okay, I think we're live. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live watch along of the 2025 Brazilian Grand Prix. We are 5 minutes away from lights out, and we need a crazy weather, unpredictable weather, because that gives us the best chance to get our fifth world title, right? In a row, that is. So Max Verstappen will be starting from the pit lane. So I guess we will see how much of an impact he can make. And then right up ahead, we can see if Kimi Antonelli can go ahead and dive bomb Lando Norris and ruin his race. These things keep the sport interesting, and like what I am wishing for, what we are wishing for here, is good for the general sport. So we need that. We all need a Max Verstappen victory, a miraculous race. Brazil needs to be a miraculous race for home hero Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is practically a Brazilian, like his fiance or girlfriend or wife or like his partner. She's from Brazil, right? So that makes Verstappen practically family. So the home hero needs to win, and I don't know how it's gonna happen. Like obviously, a Max Verstappen win looks pretty much impossible, factually speaking. But then again, at the same time, this is motorsports, so it is what it is. It's not alcohol. It's not coffee. It's milk. So very boring choice of a drink, but it is what it is. So anyway, um, so how many people will be starting from the pit lane? So it'll be Max Verstappen, and I don't care who else. Let's predict the race start, right? So we have, let's look at the grid. Lando Norris, Kimi Antonelli side by side. Charles Leclerc is known to have good starts. And then Oscar Piastri these days, I hope he doesn't jump the start. I am actually more exciting about the racing bulls, because these guys are in a close fight for P6 in the constructors at the moment they are, and I think this race, their starting position gives them a good chance of beating the others. So we will see how that pans out. Yeah, Esteban Ocon is another guy who will be starting from the pit lane. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of good things can happen. It can result in multiple crashes. People could go out. People could have their races ruined, and simultaneously Max Verstappen can have a phenomenal start from the pit lane. But from the pit lane, there's only so much places you can gain because you go after everybody has gone. The thing is, if you're starting from the grid, even if you're dead last, you can still, like make some good chunk of positions very quickly right at the race start just by having a good start, laying the power down, good traction. You could pull it off. But if you're starting from the pit lane, even that is impossible. So Max Verstappen will potentially, like if everything goes according to plan, if it is not a chaotic start, he'll probably make zero positions in the first lap, and after that all of it depends on if they have pace. Like it'll be wild if Verstappen doesn't make any kind of significant progress through the race. It'll be very, very difficult to stomach that, because I mean we need a miracle in this race for Max Verstappen to continually stay in this title fight. And at this moment, judging by how the sprint race went, judging by how the qualifying went, and now he's starting from the pit lane, we have lost it. So that's that. Yeah, so this is the grid. The lights go out in 1 minute. Like not light go out, but the formation lap starts in 1 minute. And just hoping that it's a chaotic race and rain comes out of nowhere in the middle. and we need some rain. We need some rain. We need some extremely high windy condition. We need unpredictability. Otherwise, it's going to be a very boring title fight between Norris and Piastri with the way Piastri is performing. Piastri is just finding it more pleasurable to kiss the barriers far too often, and he's just crashing a lot these days. Like, it's when it is raining and the track is damp, and you don't go outside the white lines at all. You don't go to the curb. He took the curb. And if you're a championship winning driver, you cannot leave anything to chance. You have to be pinpointed and ultra focused in every corner. So it's Piastri's fault. Piastri admitted that it's his mistake. And the thing is, if you want to win the championship, you cannot make those type of unfortunate mistakes. You have to be very conscious and alert as to where you place the car and how you navigate corners and stuff like that. So yeah, Piastri cannot be so distracted, and I think that is going to cost the world championship. So let's see what happens. Max Verstappen is starting on the hard tires, so nobody knows how good the hard tires is. I don't know. I mean, Verstappen did run the hard tires one time in testing. His lap time was not good, if I remember it correctly, but I guess like in terms of the tire performance, we will see how that pans out. Esteban Ocon, Max Verstappen start from the pit lane. The most interesting thing is Esteban Ocon and Max Verstappen in Brazil in 2019. It was very amazing because in 2019, or was it 2020? I think it was 2019. Verstappen was leading. Esteban Ocon wanted to unlap himself, and he hit Verstappen. And Verstappen spun out. Lewis overtook Verstappen, who was running P2 at the time, and Lewis went on to win the race, while Verstappen was, he came home P2. He completely had pace to win the race, and after that contact, he cooked his tires, and he had some damage to the car also. And it is what it is. So now we will see how Max Verstappen and Esteban Ocon start from the pit lane, how their pit lane start is like. That'll be very interesting to see. Now Lando Norris is navigating the final corner. He is going to go and line up on the grid. He starts on the medium tires. Then you have, I think most of the front runners are starting on the medium tires. Lewis Hamilton, I think, start on the softs, if I saw it correctly. They're not showing it. Oh, Lando Norris is slightly ahead of his grid box, I think. Lando Norris, I think he is slightly ahead in his grid box. I think he will get a 5-second penalty or something like that. I legitimately can't believe it. We need to see it from a different angle, but I think Lando he is slightly ahead. Is he? Can we get a top view angle? Kimi Antonelli is in the right position, but I don't know about Lando Norris. I think Lando is eerily close to the ahead of the yellow line at your grid. Anyway, the race start, and the lights out, and away we go. Kimi Antonelli, I think, has a decent start, but Lando has a good start too. Lando leads into turn 1, and not a lot of action happening. Oscar Piastri and Isaac Hadjar fighting with each other. Piastri winning that on that occasion, and Liam Lawson, I think, has made one position. So Lando leads from Kimi Antonelli, then Charles Leclerc, then Oscar Piastri, who is under pressure from the Racing Bulls, which is interesting to see. And behind them is Pierre Gasly. Now, Pierre Gasly is being hustled by the Mercedes of George Russell, who wins out, obviously. And then now Oliver Behrman is hustling Pierre Gasly. Oliver Behrman, I think, had a bad start if he is behind Pierre Gasly. Someone running off the track. It's an Aston Martin. I don't know who that one is. Probably Fernando. Is that Fernando? Fernando is fighting. The Aston Martin is fighting with a Sauber. I don't know whose Sauber is that. Then there's Alexander Albon going around the outside of this Sauber. We got a yellow flag. Oh my god. So Gabriel Bortoleto is in the wall, and yeah, so there's yellow flag. He damaged the car, and I don't know if he can continue. But even if he continues, there is debris, and if there is debris, then the debris will be will be required to be cleaned up. So the yellow flag is there. People are still racing. The yellow flag is at one point of the track. We need to see if Gabriel Bortoleto is there or he is going, but we're not seeing any update on this. People are just hustling each other. And now we have a full safety car. Max Verstappen has made a couple of positions. I mean, the only cars behind him. How is Lewis Hamilton behind? Oh my god, Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton also had a collision. He broke his front wing, and there is significant amount of damage to Lewis Hamilton's car also. So Lewis Hamilton is last. Gabriel Bortoleto is out of the race, and yeah, like it always happens, you know, when you get too emotional and do too many interviews because it's your home Grand Prix. It always ends up fucking you in the butt. So anyway, we are seeing the race start again. The top 5, top 6 kind of went on pretty evenly. Liam Lawson overtook George Russell on the outside. Piastri fought hard to remain P4. He is now, I think he will be genuinely under pressure from Isaac Hadjar. It's very amazing to see. Isaac Hadjar almost got him into turn 4. I mean, he had a good slipstream. So we'll see from Lewis Hamilton's perspective for starting P11. He is behind the Aston Martin of someone. I don't know who that is. He's starting on the softs, obviously. Someone hit him, and then he continued to go along. He lost a couple of positions to Max Verstappen. Not Max Verstappen, I think that's Yuki Tsunoda. And then he lost a bunch of other positions from other drivers. Gabriel Bortoleto spun around by himself. It's like he only has like himself to blame. He went around. He tried to go around the outside of the Aston Martin, and he clipped his rear left. Stroll didn't push you out, buddy. Yeah, Gabriel Bortoleto is crying foul, but it's not. Oh my god. So Lewis Hamilton had made contact with Franco Colapinto, and he lost his front wing. So Lewis is trying to go around the outside, and oh, so he is, yeah, so Lewis hit, like it's again Lewis's fault. It's unbelievable what Lewis is doing, man. It's a little bit circumstantial, but I think it's a racing incident. The good thing about Lewis is that even though his car is damaged and he has to now make an unscheduled pit stop, because of the safety car, he can unlap himself and join the back of the grid. If it was not a safety car, full safety car, he would be joined by like 20 seconds behind the field, and like we know that the Ferrari is not that quick that he's going to catch the entire field and make some significant amount of overtakes to bring home some decent amount of points. Gabriel Bortoleto got too excited. It's his fault. It's totally his fault. If you look at the replay, it's Gabriel Bortoleto's fault. He cannot be standing there and calling foul and saying that Stroll pushed him. Stroll didn't do shit. He maintained his racing line. He tried to go around the outside, tried to hang on around him, had his front wing ahead, but that is not how you do it. So Lewis Hamilton made an unscheduled pit stop with the hard tires. Now it'll be an amazing race for Lewis Hamilton if he doesn't need to change the tires anymore. Because Lewis is on the hard tires, he doesn't need to make any other stop, and if the deck is so extremely low that he can do 66 laps on those hard tires, then Lewis Hamilton will have like good result. But we will see if that is possible. I think he needs to definitely make one more stop, but within that period of time, I think he needs to make it around lap 45 or 47, something like that, 50, something like that. Yeah, lap 50 sounds like a good time to pit for mediums. Then he can push those mediums as well. Carlos Sainz hit someone. I think Carlos Sainz hit Lewis Hamilton in turn one. Now, from the perspective of Yuki Tsunoda, obviously we had contact on the first lap. One person DNFing, that's his fault. Yuki Tsunoda went outside. Yes, Carlos Sainz hit Lewis, and then Lewis went off track, and then Yuki went through. Let's see, from Pierre Gasly's POV, he started P9, currently is still P9. Going around the outside of a Haas, I think that's Esteban. Is that Esteban? Oh no, that's Behrman. So Russell is having to defend himself from Pierre Gasly, who is having a run around the outside of Russell into T4. Oh my God, he got it. So Pierre Gasly got the position, but Russell came back and then got the position again. Russell had good pace. Oliver Behrman is a legend, and he just overtook Pierre Gasly into turn one, I think. Was that turn one? Yeah, that was turn one. So Gabriel Bortoleto, major important life lesson for him. Next time when you are in your home Grand Prix, home race, don't be too carried away with the media, with the interviews and stuff like that. Focus on the racing, because I'm pretty sure we will see the replays of Gabriel Bortoleto from his onboard, and it's his fault. Lewis. Hamilton radio. So Lewis Hamilton's car is fucked up, and yeah, he has a lot of damage to the car because of the contact, and they have confirmed damage on the floor of the car, so which is even horrible. So now the safety car is ending. Now Verstappen has a chance of overtaking Colapinto and Stroll. Let's see how quickly he can make through the field, and let's see if Kimi Antonelli catches Norris napping and steals the lead. Come on, Kimi. Show us the flash of brilliance that Toro has been talking about. We need Kimi Antonelli to overtake Lando Norris. Take the 7 points off of him. Come on, Bev. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Charles Leclerc is right there. Even if you make contact with Norris, it's fun because Leclerc will be there to pick up the fucking pieces. Come on, come on, come on. Norris is trying the Max Verstappen method, and it didn't work because Kimi Antonelli called his bluff. Now everybody is making progress. Oscar Piastri putting the move on Kimi Antonelli, and they make contact. Charles Leclerc make contact too. Piastri hit Kimi. Kimi hit Leclerc. Leclerc lost the tire, and that is one Ferrari hit, and now there is another Ferrari hit. Now I think Kimi Antonelli also has fallen back. Now he is being challenged by Isaac Hadjar. So Oscar Piastri is now P2. He forced himself through the first corner. That was a very ambitious move by Oscar Piastri. That's what we like to see. Oscar Piastri had a good move, man. But he did a dangerous thing. So Max Verstappen is now P13. In the restart, he overtook Colapinto and Stroll, as I was saying. It's amazing. Charles Leclerc is limping home. Oh my God, it's just the worst race for Ferrari. Ferrari is having their worst weekend. Lance Stroll is, I think, hit because he is also dropping like a stone. Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. There is no what? Oh my God, I missed Leclerc radio. I think Leclerc is parked somewhere in the last final straight. But yeah, Max Verstappen kept his nose clean, avoided incidents. It's amazing. Both of the racing bulls are holding their own against Russell. It's phenomenal. Let's see if Oliver Behrman can put some pressure on Russell. We have a virtual safety car. We need a full safety car, bro. Okay, but Oscar Piastri had done a really good move on Kimi Antonelli. So Piastri went down the inside of Kimi Antonelli. He just sent it. We'll see it again. So the restart is about to happen. It is Kimi Antonelli's fault. He was not close enough to Norris, And then Piastri locks up, goes into Kimi. Kimi goes into Leclerc. Leclerc is DNF'd, but Kimi luckily joins back right behind Piastri, so he only lost one position in that situation. Oscar Piastri is going to get a penalty for that. He completely arrived out of control on that one. He locked up, hit Kimi, then who hit Charles? So there was nothing Charles did wrong. It's absolutely horrible. He just got caught out. He was way amazing run on Kimi. Oh my god. Charles Leclerc was doing so well, man. He was right up close with like what his name is, Lando Norris. Charles was right behind Lando and he got hit. There's nothing he could have done. This is Oscar Piastri's on board, locked up, hits Kimi. But it's not like there was a lot of space, but Piastri definitely. But Piastri definitely locked up. Piastri is saying on the radio that he was not left any space, but he kind of locked up and he could have turned slightly a bit more, a few more millimeters. So I don't know, that's kind of debatable. Now let's see what Max Verstappen's perspective is. Max Verstappen overtook two cars. And then, yeah, things are good. Things are good, man. Verstappen is making some good progress. And Norris is... Look, why is Max P18? Oh my goodness. Why is Max P18? Holy shit. He went in for a change of tires. Something on the radio. Oh, so Max Verstappen suffered a puncture on the right rear or front right. That's why he had to pit. So, oh my god. We were running P13, man. It's horrible. We were running P13. Lando Norris was not running away because of the safety car and the virtual safety car. We were P13. From pit lane start, we were already P13. It was not even 10 laps. And now we are again in the back of the field. So, race is ruined for Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen. And yeah, it's VSC ending. We will have some amazing Charles Leclerc memes. Norris is right on the tail of Lando. Piastri is right on the tail of Lando. If these guys collide, it's going to be phenomenal. But it's probably not going to happen. I think he's going to play it cautious, and he does play it cautious. Lando is having a good start, and Piastri is right, like behind him on his tail. Kimi Antonelli is on P3. He is pushing. He needs to push. Now Piastri has DRS on Lando into turn 4, but Lando stays ahead. And yeah, they're just battling away now. Now they're half a second apart. So we'll let's see how spicy this battle becomes. Yeah, but gutted. Absolutely gutted. Max Verstappen is over, man. Kimi, I think the car is fine. Okay, so Kimi Antonelli is on the radio talking to Bono about the crash that he was the part of. It's just not going well for Verstappen. It's not going well for Hamilton. It's not going well for the veterans who we love to see drive around this track. A sad day in motorsport, in some regard, I would say. But the race is exciting, man. It's fucking it's really fun because Piastri needs to pick up the pace. Otherwise, I think Lando is almost a second ahead of Piastri. Piastri, I don't know if he had DRS in the last lap. No, he didn't. So yeah, Piastri needs to push and take the corners properly to get closer to Lando. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race, 1:13.1. That could be circumstantial though, so we will see. Okay, so George Russell has cleared Liam Lawson. Now George is right on the tail of Isaac Hadjar. Let's see how Hadjar defends. This is the battle that we have all been looking for. Isaac Hadjar's defensive skills, let's freaking go. Oliver Behrman's defensive driving is pretty good, like maintaining a solid distance and being behind. So George Russell right on the tail. Not right on the tail, but he's behind Isaac Hadjar. He's gonna have DRS. But Oscar Piastri is like comfortably behind him. George Russell couldn't make the overtake into turn one. George is gonna have another run at him in before T4. Lewis Hamilton is struggling to overtake Franco Colapinto because his car is absolutely fucked up. It's just bad. If you're a Hamilton fan, it's just sad for you. The race has, it's over basically. He's struggling to get fucking Alpine because of the car damaged. But Max Verstappen is pushing, he is pushing and he's getting fastest lap after fastest lap. So that is that. It's interesting how the Ferrari's fate turned out to be. Now the thing about the damage on Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari is the fact that it's a Ferrari and the damage is probably not that damaging, because Ferrari people, I mean, let's be honest, the car is a shitbox. The best thing that can happen is bits and pieces of your car breaking out and you unlocking more performance. It happened with Charles in China. Charles Leclerc had broken a part of his front wing in Chinese Grand Prix 2025, and he had more pace after that. So he was faster than Lewis Hamilton. So that's something. Now Piastri has dropped behind, and Isaac Hadjar is under serious pressure. Oh my god. Yeah, Russell got him. Great drive by Russell. Russell looks like he has some serious pace. Let's see what Kimi Antonelli can do. He has dropped behind him a little bit. Max Verstappen is right on the tail of Lewis Hamilton, who is struggling to keep the car on the road. His rear stability has gone. He's just wobbling in every corner. Yep. Lewis Hamilton just cannot drive, man. It's a sad sight to see. He's just gonna drop behind. He's just struggling to keep the car. He is wobbling. He is just oversteering, understeering, getting shaky. Yeah, from every corner. Yuki Tsunoda gets a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. We need a penalty for Oscar Piastri because he fucked up. Piastri needs it too. He locked up and he went and hit him. I think Lewis Hamilton should retire the car. Ferrari should retire Lewis's car. Oh, Oliver Behrman got Lawson. What a move. What a move. Max Verstappen overtakes Lewis Hamilton. Lewis just needs to retire, bro. Park the car, man. This is a sorry sight. Sight. Crazy stuff. I just realized that I was silent for like 10 seconds. But anyway, the Alpines are not that bad. But Liam Lawson, man, he got fucked. So let's see what Yuki Tsunoda did to get the 10-second penalty. He goes in. Oh, he hit him. He hit Stroll. He rotated Stroll. Yep. Yuki Tsunoda hit Lance Stroll. That's why Lance Stroll is behind. Now Max Verstappen is overtaking someone else, Franco Colapinto. Now he is P14. Verstappen looks to have some good pace. Let's see how far up ahead he can go. And right up ahead him is Yuki Tsunoda, who should get the fuck out of the way. Let's not pretend that Yuki is going to put up a fight. If Yuki Tsunoda says that, hey man, let's race at this stage to the pit wall, that's gonna be funny. But great move by Oliver Behrman. I wish we can see the replay of that. Oliver Behrman's move on Liam Lawson. What a phenomenal move that was. Sainz Hamilton incident. Lewis Hamilton radio. So Lewis Hamilton is saying that I cannot keep the car on the road, and it is very visible. He is wobbly, going into every corner in the circuit. It's just an unlucky season for him. 2025 is just a horrible season for Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen is on the tail. He's behind Yuki Tsunoda in the start-finish straight right now. Yuki slows down. Verstappen goes through. Obviously, that was gonna happen. Let's be honest with ourselves. So Lewis Hamilton goes in for another pair of another set of tires. Now he is on the medium tires. So from the start of the race, by lap 15, Lewis Hamilton has tried three different tire compounds. So he started the race on the softs, then he did a few laps on the hard tires, and now he's on the mediums. Very interesting to see. It's crazy that we had a Ferrari experience. Now Max Verstappen is right on the behind of Nico Hulkenberg. We will see. We will see how Alonso defends against Verstappen, because that will be more interesting. But right now, if you look at the field, they're not, pulling away. Piastri has dropped 2.7 behind Lando. So Piastri has, I don't know what the fuck that guy is doing. Piastri needs to go and put some pressure on Lando, dude. Hamilton Club incident, turn 15 noted. So what did Hamilton do again? Did he hit someone? Max Verstappen got a little bit out of shape coming out of turn 3. Now he is chasing Nico Hulkenberg. He has DRS. Let's see if Nico Hulkenberg can defend against Max well. But I'm more interested in saying Alonso versus Verstappen, because that'll be like top tier drivers. Fernando Alonso is a great defensive driver, but Max Verstappen, if anyone can attack and penetrate Alonso's defense, it is Max. But Max Verstappen is right now only 14 seconds behind Piastri. I would say he's like 16 seconds behind Norris, which is not that bad. Considering it's only lap 16. But Verstappen needs to create the 3-4 cars ahead of him very, very quickly. So Oscar Piastri gets a 10-second time penalty. So it's phenomenal news for Max Verstappen. We are ready. But we need some bad luck for Norris, man. We need some bad luck for Norris. Norris needs to retire with a DNF or like an engine failure or something. We need that. So Verstappen goes down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. Boom, great job, buddy. Great job. Now Verstappen is behind Fernando Alonso. We need that. We need Max to dispatch multiple cars per lap. But one car per lap can also be, decent, not bad. Let's see. But now Oscar Piastri has to serve a 10-second penalty. So it'll be difficult for Piastri, because Piastri is not as quick as Norris. He is now 3.3 behind Norris. Piastri is not good at all. He is losing like 3/10 on average per lap to Norris, which is not a good look. He's genuinely slow. So Max Verstappen is now right behind Fernando Alonso, and I think he's going to get him. But let's see how much of a defense Fernando can put it. Max is just locked in, man. Locked in. There is nothing Fernando can do at this stage. Just that the Red Bull has a lot of power. So Max Verstappen is way ahead of Fernando. He made the overtake even before the braking zone arrived. So Verstappen goes past Fernando Alonso. What a great driver. What a phenomenal driver. Oliver Bowman is in the pits. Puts the hard tires on. Goes out. Carlos Sainz, he has an extremely slow stop for a reason. Carlos Sainz has like a 5-second pit stop. So yeah, unlucky. This seems to happen a lot to Spanish drivers, I'm saying. So Lewis Hamilton, who is on the medium tires, is right ahead of Carlos Sainz because he's pit. So we are now seeing a replay of the Oscar Piastri crash. So Piastri arriving rapidly into turn 1. locking up, hitting Kimi. It's lucky that Kimi had Charles around the outside. Hitting Charles helped Kimi. So anyway, oh, Pierre Gasly pitting. Isaac Hadjar is in the pits. Now Max Verstappen is P7 on the medium tires. Let's see how far up ahead he can go. I hope Verstappen can go a lot further ahead. And then there is a safety car, which is due to Norris's DNF because of mechanical failures, and then Max Verstappen wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is the miracle that we need. We need a Norris mechanical failure. That's the miracle. So anyway, Oliver Behrman is right ahead of Esteban Ocon somehow, and he's defending. What happened though? Yo, yeah, okay. Isaac Hadjar, he lost out. The pit stops right here don't make any sense to me. Max Verstappen is P7, so that's the positive news that I'm focusing on. And he is not that far behind. Now he is P6 because Liam Lawson pitted. Verstappen's tire are still seem to be in good shape. Only he can tell us that. This is the only thing that we need. We cannot have very high degradation. If Verstappen's is chewing through his tires, then it's gonna be horrible. I hope he's not. I mean, the track temperature cannot be that high, so I don't think the degradation should be that high. But then again, at the same time, because of the rain and the rubber that has been washed out, and then new part of tarmac which was resurfaced in the start finish straight, if you consider all of that, then it is just abrasive, and we can lose more grip per lap. So that's a difficult thing. So Lando Norris radio. So plan B or plan D for Lando Norris, but we will see. I think they're talking about how far they're going to extend the first stint. Norris is now 4.2 ahead of Oscar Piastri. Kimi Antonelli has dropped down 2.9. Max Verstappen is right on tail of Alexander Albon. He is right alongside, goes ahead before the braking point even arrives. Verstappen is now P5. He has made his way from pit lane from bumfuck nowhere to top 5. We are here, boys. We are here. The race is here. We have pace. Oscar Piastri has to serve the 10-second time penalty. But there is no mark near Oscar Piastri's name in the standings that he has to serve a 10-second penalty. I wonder why. Piastri radio. So Oscar Piastri just got the update from his pit wall that because you caused a collision, you have a 10-second penalty. So here's what we need to do. And they gave him a strategy that basically he is going to extend as much as possible. So that's that. So the race is going well. Kimi Antonelli is in the pits, going to the pits. And Kimi is getting a change of tires. He's on the medium tires now, and he is gonna drop back. God knows where. We will see where he drops out. Oh my God, he is. Why did they pit him right into the thick of the traffic? Max Verstappen is now P4. He is. Oh my goodness, he is about 9 seconds behind George Russell. So he needs to push. This is the problem now. Verstappen is to push and save his tires to make this work. We need a safety car, bro. Not now, but like late. Imagine if Max can drive these cars till the end of the race. They are like on these tires, because People ahead of Max Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Russell, they haven't made their pit stops yet. You need to make one mandatory pit stops to use two different type of compounds. That's the rule. Verstappen has done that technically. Now, if he just can, in some type of way, nurse these tires all the way to the end, then he can win, right? Because by the virtue of the pit stop, it's gonna happen. Now, obviously, that is possible if the deck is extremely low and Verstappen still has space in that stage of the race. But if the deck is too high and the track evolution is there and all those factors come in, then it'll not happen. So we see a Williams going past a Haas. Who is that? That's Carlos Sainz overtaking Esteban Ocon. That's a good move. Into turn one, good move. Lando Norris is just flying away. He is 5.1 ahead of Oscar Piastri. Piastri needs to push harder. He needs to go and find more time. Piastri cannot fuck this up. If Piastri wants to win the World Championship, he needs to drive like a champion. So far he hasn't. He caused a collision. He needs to push and close the gap to Lando Norris. He needs to do that. This is not impressive at all. Kimi Antonelli sets purple sector 1. P10 at the moment. Kimi Antonelli right on the tail of Franco Colapinto. Makes the overtake work. Easy work. Because Franco is in a piece of shit Alpine. Now, Kimi is on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda, who seems to be struggling through this race, and he has DRS on Yuki into turn 4. He is not going to make the overtake in this occasion, so he has to wait for another lap. Everybody looks competitive, so that's the fun part about this race. Kimi Antonelli looks like he's got some dope pace. Max Verstappen is settling in well in P4. Pit lane to P4, this is lap 24. Obviously he has to make another pit stop, I know this, but so do the others, and if it is a safety car, right now if it is a safety car, then the entire field is punched up and then it's neutralized basically, right? If it's a safety car, because of the gap that Verstappen has, he can immediately pit. If it's a safety car, he needs to wait for a safety car. We need a safety car. So Lando, the hard does not look good. Soft probably similar to yesterday. That's best about Antonio has pitted off of it. So now the plot thickens. So it seems that the hard tires are absolutely horrible. And all you need to do is do the mediums for a long stint and then do the soft for another stint. So Verstappen still has some chance. We need a safety car in about like 20 laps time. After 20 laps we need a safety car for Max Verstappen, obviously. And then we will be like in the fight for the win. I think then he can fight for the win. So Yuki Tsunoda has a 13.3 second pit stop for some reason. It always happens with Yuki Tsunoda, it seems like. Now, is that Kimi Antonelli trying to overtake Fernando Alonso and cannot? Fernando is just backing him up as much as possible. So Antonelli needs to dispatch Fernando quickly, otherwise he's cooked. He needs to do it now. Kimi Antonelli needs to get Fernando Alonso out of his sight now. Okay, he's already side by side. Great move. Fortunate. Thank you, Kimi. Kimi does a good job. Oliver Behrman is pushing hard, and he's going to get Franco Colapinto in the next lap, I think, if not this lap. So no, yeah, we'll have to wait one more lap for Behrman versus Colapinto. But Piastri's dropped back. Lando has closed 3 seconds. 3 seconds? 2 seconds and a bit. I would say that 3 seconds. So Verstappen is closing in rapidly to Russell. He has closed 3 seconds in the last, I think, 7 laps or something. So yeah, that's pretty good, if you ask me. The race is extremely fun, but it's very, very disappointing for some drivers. So failing to serve time penalty correctly. Okay, so Yuki Tsunoda had a 13.2 long pit stop because he had a 10-second penalty. Now he is noted for another infringement, which is that he didn't serve the 10-second penalty properly. So which means he's going to be penalized once again. So it's just a weekend to forget for Yuki Tsunoda. So he got 10-second penalty. He probably will get another 10-second penalty. So it's just race done. Just serve the penalty and put the car back in. Like, you're not gonna catch up. It's just a bad race. It's just horrible if you're Yuki Tsunoda, because everybody's out there having fun and everybody's competitive. It's unbelievable to see how many cars are competitive. So Beerman has cleared Colapinto. Now he has to clear Fernando Alonso. So the hard tire are horrible. We're seeing Pierre Gasly is on board, who is putting the move on the racing bull of someone. It's crazy that Isaac Hadjar got past. Yeah, I mean, Isaac Hadjar got past Pierre Gasly, but Pierre Gasly's move on Liam Lawson is pretty sweet, but Isaac Hadjar's move is sweeter. So there you go. So Kimi Antonelli putting the pressure on Nico Hülkenberg. Still behind him. We have to wait until the overtaking zones. Oscar needs to find some pace, man. He is 6.1 behind Norris. Do you even want to win the championship or not, man? This is the thing that I'm thinking of when I think of Oscar Piastri. 5-second penalty for Lewis Hamilton for causing a collision. What Lewis Hamilton needs to do: serve the penalty, retire the car. That's it, done. Weekend to forget it. Your teammate also DNF'd, you DNF. It's like a bad L for the team and move on to the next one. Kimi moves past Nico Hülkenberg. Good move into turn 1. Fernando Alonso pits, promotes Beerman up to 8th. Now Lance Stroll isn't running in the points with the hard tires. Kimi Antonelli is rapidly closing to the car in front of him, who is Alexander Albon. Let's see if he can overtake him. Kimi Antonelli is right behind Alex Albon. I think he's gonna get him this lap. Before the start finish line, I think he's gonna get him. I think he will be alongside him at least at that stage. He has the pace. The Williams is just quite draggy. And in the last 3 laps, Verstappen has closed up to Russell by 1 more second, which means he's on average is about 3/10 of a second faster than Russell. That's good pace. We need to catch up more. We need to catch up and just have a good pit stop. So if Verstappen has a perfect pit stop, which is possible with Red Bull, and George Russell has like slightly slower pit stop, Verstappen pips him, and we need a slow stop, like a genuine slow stop for Norris at least. Okay, I think we can do this. I think Verstappen win is still possible, but Norris needs to have a slow pit stop, like an extremely slow pit stop. So they get ready at McLaren. Norris is coming to box. Slows down to 60 kilometers an hour. Rolls into the markers. Great pit stop. Great pit stop by the McLaren crew. 2.2. Now it's gonna be interesting because Max Verstappen is going past in the start-finish straight, taking the first corner, and it'll be close in the exit. If Verstappen is ahead of Norris, Verstappen is ahead of Norris now. If Norris puts the pressure on Max Verstappen, we will see how good Verstappen can defend. Because now Verstappen needs to keep Norris behind for as long as possible to ruin his race. And Piastri has a 10-second time penalty, so that will take care of itself. Verstappen, we are in a very good position right now. We are in a very good position. A Verstappen win is still possible. I can't believe I'm saying this, because all Verstappen needs to do right now is to defend like crazy against Norris, and then he can win. He will have a real shot at victory. We'll see. Norris has lost out to Russell a little bit, it seems like. Or is it the... Yeah, I think he has. Verstappen used to be... No, I think he has not closed up much onto Russell. So yeah, Piastri needs to serve his penalty. Norris is on the softs. Let's see how good Verstappen can defend. He just needs to be quicker on the straights, that's it. If he's quick on the straights, then it's going to be enough. Other than that, I don't think he has much of a shot against Norris, but never say never. Nico Hulkenberg hustling Alex Albon. Good pace. The Sauber has good pace. It's a shame that Gabriel Bortoleto drove like a dick. It was his fault, man. It's his fault. He did it. When he calms down, when the emotion comes down, I'm pretty sure Bortoleto will understand and see the error in his ways. Norris is right behind Max Verstappen, and I think he's gonna get him. Norris is gonna get Verstappen right now. Max protects the inside line, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He just doesn't have the pace. We don't have the pace. We didn't even have any kind of chance against Norris. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the tire grip difference, but maybe anything can happen right now. Right now, what needs to happen is Max needs to extend it as much as possible, and then we will get a safety car towards the end, which will help us get a cheap pit stop. And then for the last 10 laps or so, after the safety car bunches everybody up, we'll have like a Verstappen versus Norris versus Piastri shootout until the end of the Grand Prix. That'll be phenomenal. So Norris just eases past Verstappen. There's nothing Verstappen could have done. Sad sight. We had a good run, man. We had a good run recently. So Nico Hulkenberg is still behind Alex Albon, and Yuki Tsunoda gets a 10-second time penalty for serving the initial 10-second time penalty incorrectly. Bro, these guys should just serve the penalty and retire. I'm talking about Tsunoda and Hamilton. Oh, he goes outside, around the outside in turn 1. Nico Hulkenberg, great move. Piastri on radio. So the thing is, Oscar Piastri is now discussing with his race engineer about which tires to go to. But now he just needs to push harder. He is now 9 seconds behind. Oh no, not 9 seconds, but I think Oscar needs to keep pushing more and more so that he has a good offset of tire advantage. 10 to 20 more laps. So George Russell, he had a very good pit stop. Max Verstappen, it was a. Oh, Verstappen is in the pits right now. Oh, why did he pit right now? Why didn't we wait for a safety car? Like, did we lose pace that much? Oh no, we're behind. We are outside the points. Oh, it's all over again, guys. Norris is 11.7 behind Piastri. I think Norris needs to stop again. There's no way he's going to keep the softs on for another 35 laps. So Norris is on a two stopper. He needs to push as hard as possible. Piastri is thinking of a one stop, so Piastri also needs to manage. He's in free air now, so he needs to push as much as possible. A safety car will spoil everyone's party, especially Verstappen's now that he has pitted. Verstappen got another set of mediums, and I think he will have those tires for the till the end. I think that's what's gonna happen. Albon goes into the pits, or was that I think that was Albon. Albon goes into the pits and comes out. I think he's gonna come out like P10 or P11. Oh, he is P12, maybe even more. Alex Albon had a very slow stop, not good at all. Not very slow, but like he had a good stop actually, 2.4. It looked very longer as I was looking at the stop. But yeah, Max Verstappen, we are P10. It's all over. There are no miracles. We need miracles. In this race, we need miracles. Come on, Max. The problem is the car is shit. So Liam Lawson will get the fuck out of the way of Max Verstappen immediately. Then ahead of him, Pierre Gasly, who will move. Then Isaac Hadjar will move too. Then we're back right behind George Russell. So Verstappen has gone on the mediums. I think his goal right now is to go to the end on these mediums. So Oliver Behrman makes the move on the Sauber of Nico Hulkenberg or Ocon. Now Russell. Russell is hustling Veerman and he got the position in turn 4. Great move by George Russell. Great move by George Russell. Verstappen's P8. We'll see. I mean, he is gonna clear these cars quickly. These cars are not a problem. But Lando Norris is a problem. He needs to lose some time ASAP. He needs to go and make a couple of mistakes, hit somebody, some shit like that, and he needs to get himself a penalty, man. Just 10 seconds is enough. We don't want no crazy penalty. Someone needs to like investigate if Norris was right on his pit box at the start of the race when they were lining up for the Grand Prix. Someone needs to check that data because I think like that looks sketchy from that angle. So Verstappen dives into the inside of Pierre Gasly, makes the overtake count, and onto he goes. Up next is Oliver Behrman. Okay, this is gonna be fun because Behrman overtook Verstappen and defended against Verstappen in I think the Mexico City Grand Prix. So could be interesting. Bad blood. Not bad blood, but like just for the storyline. And additionally, it'll also be interesting. So Hamilton gets the message box to retire the car. Good job. Good job. Good job. The car was cooked anyway. PS3 is being told to box. I don't think it's the right time to box PS3. PS3 needed to push even more than 40 laps. Now he's gonna get 10-second penalty. 10-second penalty for Oscar Piastri. Now they have serviced his car, put on a set of used softs. Lewis Hamilton retires. I mean, it has zero impact on Verstappen's race because that's the main guy that I'm watching. We need a good result for Max, man. We need something to happen to Norris because Piastri, he screwed himself. He had that collision. Let's see how quickly he can get through the field. Piastri is now behind Liam Lawson. I think Liam Lawson will be easy because did he pit? No, I don't think he did. Maybe he did once. Liam started around that. He was never behind though. I don't think he pitted. So Liam Lawson will be easy work. Let's see. Verstappen is now by undercutting Piastri and 10 seconds. So we need to see the gap between Max and Piastri, by the way. So Albon is pressuring Hulkenberg for P11. Wow, the race is now boring. The only thing that's interesting is that like people going in the pits and doing something with it. That's really about it. Gasly is in the pits. Now the race is kind of like neutralized. Not a lot of action is happening. We are without a doubt we are in a race here with Russell and Piastri. So Verstappen just being told that we are racing Russell and Piastri for P3 or P2. Norris is out of touch. Kimi Antonelli with him. Let's see what Kimi Antonelli can do in P2. He's 7.6, 7.7 behind Lando. But we need bad luck for Lando. So Piastri is now doing everything he can to overtake Liam Lawson. And Liam Lawson is not going to be able to hold P6 for a long time because Piastri has lined him up, and with the help of DRS and slipstream and the superior performance of the McLaren, he will slingshot past Liam Lawson into P6. So we'll see what happens. Now Piastri is 5 seconds behind Max Verstappen, and Piastri needs to clear Max Verstappen. So by the time Piastri closes up to Verstappen must not only close past Bearman but also overtake Bearman, and then start putting pressure on Russell by the time Piastri gets behind Russell. Like that should be the goal. He's 5 seconds behind you. You have tires that will go for long, that you can push for long. So yeah, Norris, we need something bad to happen to Norris. But Norris is gonna pit once again. And if that second pit stop is absolutely horrible and disastrous, like a 9-second pit stop or something, then it'll be good, right? Yuki Tsunoda needs to do the same thing as Lewis Hamilton. Go, serve the penalty, then box to retire the car. Verstappen is 1.5 tenths faster than Bearman in the sector 3 alone. The battle between Bearman and Verstappen will be interesting because Bearman has good pace and he's running P4 at the moment. Beerman has very good pace, man. This guy is very good. Will if he defends against Max Verstappen properly, then it'll be amazing. It will be absolutely amazing. I'm saying to you right now. Piastri radio. So I don't know what the game plan is here. So Piastri asked his radio what's the game plan, and he's like, "We need to use your pace to get ahead of Russell, and Verstappen will help you with that." I don't know what that meant. I think he meant that Russell will lose time fighting Verstappen, and they will lose time fighting each other, which will help Piastri close up. I guess that's what they meant. But they say something along those lines that use your pace, and Piastri should destroy those soft tires. So the McLarens are definitely in two stops. I don't know if Verstappen needs to stop once again for the tire reasons, grip reasons. Obviously, he already had used two different compounds in this race. Verstappen can go till the end if he is comfortable with the car, with the tires that he has on right now. We need a safety car, or and we need Lando Norris mechanical failure DNF, and then because of that there should be a safety car, and we need to win, like that's the thing. So I think that's not that big of a miracle. It can happen. Lady Luck can smile on all of us. It can happen. I think it's Colapinto in the pits. Yeah. Now Carlos Sainz is hustling Gasly. Everybody's doing their own race, it seems like. Carlos struggling to overtake Pierre Gasly. Carlos should be able to overtake Pierre Gasly now in this lap. He's very close. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Just need some sleep. But we got some laps to go, so we'll watch it. So Fernando Alonso is under pressure from Bearman, and Bearman overtakes Fernando. Bearman has some serious pace, bro. Telling you right now. Future champion, provided he leaves Ferrari family. So Carlos Sainz hustling Piastri radio. So Oscar Piastri is skeptical of the strategy that he is on, and he should be, because these soft tires are going to drop off pretty early, and he will struggle to get past Max Verstappen. And if Piastri struggles to get past Max Verstappen, then it's game over, because Norris will pit again, and Verstappen is planning to go till the end. And Verstappen is 4-7. He's about 15 seconds, give or take, behind Lando Norris on average. Like I didn't do the exact maths. About 15 seconds if you think about it. 17 seconds, okay. I looked at the time sheets now. So 17 seconds not bad. Because after a while Verstappen will be faster than Norris. He's going to close up a bit, which will give. So I think it looks like, based on how things are panning out, Kimi Antonelli has a real shot at winning this race if there is a safety car situation. But I don't know if Kimi needs to pit once more. He may pit once more. So yeah, things are looking pretty good for Max Verstappen right now. What a weird, crazy strategy. Franco Colapinto has the fastest lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen. How's that? Oliver Behrman is, oh my god, attacking and going past Alexander Albon. Great move by Oliver Behrman. He is now right behind his teammate Esteban Ocon. This battle will be fun to watch. Nico Hulkenberg rejoins ahead of Esteban Ocon. But Oliver Behrman, some serious pace, man. Some genuinely serious pace. So Esteban will lose time fighting to Hulkenberg, but I want to see how Esteban Ocon defends from Oliver Behrman, because Esteban is not a good teammate. You know, he will give. So Isaac Hajar is complaining about the tires, and then the race engineer says something, and then Isaac says, "Don't shout at me, thank you." It's just a comedy, you know. Isaac's French accent makes it 10 times funnier. Um, but now Bearman is gonna put the pressure on Hulkenberg. Okay. They pit Ocon. Good decision by the team. Who came out of the pits? Is that Kimi? Yes, Kimi Antonelli is behind Liam Lawson. Let's see how he can progress. Okay, Verstappen is now 3.3 behind Russell. We are closing in. Oscar Piastri is not closing up to Max Verstappen. He's still 3.3 behind Verstappen. Piastri is fucked. Piastri is fucked. So Piastri is fucked. And Max is only 16 seconds behind Lando Norris, who definitely needs to pit once again. And George Russell will need to pit once again. I think Max can win this race. I genuinely believe that Max can win this race. So George Russell will pit right now, and he will be behind, I think, Kimi Antonelli. So we just need a miracle safety car after Norris pits. So we need Lando Norris to pit so that Max Verstappen leads the Grand Prix. And then at that moment, we need a Max Verstappen favorable pit stop, like a safety car, right? Let Norris pit. Let's wait after like 3 laps or 5 laps or something like that. And Oliver Behrman is now hustling Nico Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg is defending with all his might. But I think he's gonna lose the position going into turn 4. Around the outside goes Oliver Behrman. Great move. Great move. Great move. Oliver Behrman, legend. Let's fucking go, buddy. Let's go. Anyway, so Lando Norris has been on the soft tires for 22 laps. I think he will need to pit sometime soon. 22 laps is a long time already. So I think within the next 3 laps he's gonna pit, and then Verstappen will be the leader of the race. Then we need a perfectly timed safety car. Some people need to collide. Yuki Tsunoda needs to go and crash into Franco Colapinto. That needs to happen. And that safety car, when that happens, so Kimi Antonelli is now 11.6 behind Piastri, and he has complete free air. Piastri is now 3.6 behind Verstappen. He's not catching up to Verstappen. Verstappen is 14.7 behind Norris, which is pretty good. It was 17 seconds at a time. We can still win this, guys. If Norris pits now, and emerges way behind, somewhere. But the thing is, I don't know how long the medium tires are going to last. So I think they're preparing for Norris to pit. Lando Norris is in the pits. Max Verstappen is the race leader. And now we need a safety car. Someone needs to put it in the barriers. Lance Stroll. Where is Lance Stroll? Lance Stroll is running P10. Ahead of him is Alex Albon. He needs to go ram into him. No, Isaac Hadjar is right behind Lance Stroll. So Isaac Hadjar needs to collide with Lance Stroll. That can happen. Now this is going to be fun because Oscar Piastri is slightly ahead of Lando Norris. It's going to be fun. George Russell overtakes Liam Lawson. Good move. But Norris is 4 seconds behind Piastri. It's going to be thrilling right now from here on to the end. Now Max Verstappen. There needs to be a safety car, bro. There needs to be a safety car right now, or a virtual safety car or something. A virtual safety car will work really nicely. Come on, we need a safety car, guys. Max Verstappen is the race leader. Yuki Tsunoda puts in the fastest lap of the race. Go and hit Colapinto, buddy. Max says on the radio. So Max Verstappen is the race leader. Piastri is being called to box. I don't know, man. I really don't know at this stage. Let's see how quickly Norris can close up and how much tires he has left. So Oscar Piastri now puts on the used mediums. Lando Norris is on the mediums as well. Oh my god, Max Verstappen can win this. Oh my god, he can seriously win this. Oh my god. I mean, Norris is 8 seconds behind Verstappen, and there's like about 20 laps left. It's not like he's not closing up. And if Antonelli closes up to him faster, then Norris will lose time. So we'll see, let's see. Some battle is going on. We need a VSC because that will be very convenient. But the safety car will be better for Max. There is a huge gaggle of cars from like Isaac Hadjar all the way to... Not Isaac Hadjar. Yeah, but I mean Isaac Hadjar is a part of that, to Lance Stroll. And then behind Lance Stroll we have Carlos Sainz too. So we have Hadjar, Gasly, Stroll, Sainz. These 4 people are fighting with each other. If they crash, we have a safety car, then Verstappen gets a cheap and free pit stop. So Lando Norris is 7.4 behind Max Verstappen, lap 53. A lot of laps to go. 18 laps to go. Let's see what happens in those 18 laps. If Verstappen can just save his tires, bro. He just needs to save the tires. If he wins from the pit lane start, then it's insane. The thing is, everybody's so closely matched that Norris just didn't fly away. He had a good lead over Piastri. He had like initially like 8 seconds or something, but it's not like he just flew away. You know, like the track evolution is not there, and it seems like everybody is somehow closely and evenly matched. The entire grid, if you look at the qualifying time, the top 10 are separated by like half a second. 0.528 was the gap between P1 and P10 in qualifying. So Norris is now like half a second closing up to Max Verstappen. And yeah, Oscar Piastri just cleared Oliver Behrman. Now he's P6. But let's see what Norris can do once he closes up too much to Max Verstappen. But yeah, again, guys, we need a Norris DNF. And because of that, we need a like a safety car or something. That Max Verstappen needs to get into that safety car, gets cheap pit stop, and then win the race, dominant fashion. We'll see. Carlos Sainz trying to make the overtake on Lance Stroll. Good defense by Lance Stroll. Max Verstappen is being told to box for a set of soft tires. Okay, not bad, not bad. I think a set of soft tires is what we need. I hope they're new though. Because Verstappen was, knocked out in Q1, so he should have some new soft tires. I think it's a new set of softs. Not bad. So Red Bull, by strategically, deliberately getting knocked out in Q1. Oh my goodness, Liam Lawson, come on, man. Defend, Liam, defend. Oscar Piastri got screwed by Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is ahead of Oscar Piastri. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Beautiful. 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 Wow. The McLaren people screwed up. Verstappen is only 14 seconds behind race leader and he can get him. He can. He has the pace right now. Seems like he's quick. So after his third pit stop, Max is now P4. Ahead of him are Russell and Antonelli. And Oscar Piastri is now going deep and not deep. He made a good move. Good overtake on Liam Lawson. But now I don't think Piastri is going to catch Verstappen. Verstappen is on a fresh set of softs, if I'm not wrong. I think it was a fresh set of softs. We will know after the race. I cannot check right now. As of now, Lando Norris is pulling away further in the championship standings. Credit to him, man. Credit to Lando. Started on pole, didn't make any kind of mistake. Good race start, good safety car start. Maintain the pace like whenever required. And yeah. Pierre Gasly is now hustling someone. Isaac Hadjar. Wow. His Pierre must be thinking, I used to drive that car. But now he's going to go. Antonelli radio. So Kimi Antonelli and George Russell will have this tire until the end. Max Verstappen is now 13 seconds behind the race leader, 13.4 to be exact, and he needs to push like crazy in order to get that gap. So we will see Max. Okay, that was a fresh set of softs. So by getting strategically knocked out in Q1, he had the fresh set of softs. So that was great. So Max Verstappen now says the fastest lap, 1:12.4. Again, he is on course en route to win this Grand Prix. He needs to catch and pass Russell, and after that it's easy game. Come on, man. Come on, bro. 12.4 seconds, not that much. We have more laps, Verstappen. So, Jean-Pierre Lambiase said to Max Verstappen that this is a vulnerable and fragile tire, and this tire is gonna lose grip quickly. And Verstappen is like, you know what, we got nothing to lose, so we just go full push. That's true. I hope these tires hold, man. Russell on radio. So George Russell is scared because he knows that Verstappen is coming and there's nothing he can do to stop it. And Verstappen is on a new set of soft tires that he is just, keen on destroying. And I hope, just like in Mexico, he uses those set of soft tires to go for the win. And if that happens, or should I say when that happens, it's going to be a beautiful day because he's going to win this race from pit lane. It'll be unbelievable if he does that. Let's see what happens with Russell first. We cannot get carried away. Verstappen has closed to Russell by 1 second in the previous lap. It's crazy pace. So George Russell is losing a lot of time managing his brakes. So he has some heating issues on his brakes apparently, because that's basically what brake issues are. There's only one kind of brake issue, it's just the temperature. Verstappen is now 2.7 behind George Russell, 2.7 behind George Russell. And then we have Kimi Antonelli, who will also be easy work if you think about it. So Kimi Antonelli can finish P3. Let's see. Verstappen is now 11.6 behind race leader Lando Norris. We can win this, guys. It's still possible that we can win this. I was initially wondering that we need a crazy weather, we need a fucking storm, unexpected rain coming out of nowhere for a Max Verstappen Johnson victory, but it seems like Verstappen doesn't need it. You know, he doesn't need that crazy rain thing. Rain thing? Yeah, he doesn't need crazy weather to win. Verstappen radio. So GP Lambiase said that he will be on course for P2. I think that we can win this race. So we have a little bit of disagreement, Jean-Pierre Lambiase and I. But yeah, I mean, 10 seconds to the race leader. We got 11 laps left. Not too much time. Now, obviously, it depends on how Norris's tires hold. Obviously, it's ambitious. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. 10 seconds to cover in 11 laps around Interlagos. I mean, yeah, even if you have the tire advantage, you can only eke out that level of laps for only a few consecutive laps. After that, you gotta chill. Verstappen currently has the highest percentage vote split for driver of the day. What a phenomenal drive. I think he can definitely get P2. Then we need a Lando Norris DNF for mechanical issues, so Max Verstappen can win. We need this, man. Antonelli radio. So Kimi Antonelli is also having some overheating issues. Tires, brakes, he was not particular on the radio. Now Kimi Antonelli is only 4 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen, and we need to see the battle between Verstappen and Russell ASAP. Verstappen is closing in. Last lap, George Russell picked up the pace, so Verstappen managed only to close by half a second. Yeah, we just need to push as much as possible. We need a Kimi, not a Kimi, like Lando Norris DNF. We need Lando Norris DNF for this title fight. Come on, man. We need a Lando Norris DNF. Okay, Verstappen is closing in. He needs to close in more in the middle sectors, in the corners, twisty windy sections. That's where he needs to close more. But he's awfully closer to George Russell, but I don't think he's gonna have the chance to make the overtake this lap. 10 laps to go. Oh, he's very close now. I think in the next lap he can certainly get George Russell. The thing is, George Russell can also get some hot air from Kimi Antonelli and some turbulent air, so which is going to affect him because he is on the poor tires and he is having to manage the brake issues, the cooling issues, so we'll see. But yeah, we need a Lando Norris, bad luck for Lando Norris. Otherwise, it's his championship to lose right now. But Verstappen did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. Okay, now Max is very close to George. I think this is the closest he has been. It's only, I think, like 1 car length, I think, max at most. So he has DRS right now. And I think he should get him, but at the same time, we never know. So Verstappen is trying to go around the outside, and he makes the move. He makes the move stick. Great move, great move. Verstappen is in the podium positions, P3. 7 plus 1, 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go. And Verstappen is in P3, closing up to Antonelli. I think he's going to get Antonelli too. He is, oh my god, he's very close to Kimi Antonelli. Great move by Max Verstappen around the outside. So Max did a good job. And now we got Kimi Antonelli not that far ahead. You know, it's like 2.5, 2.2 seconds ish. Yeah, 2.5. So Verstappen can certainly get him, but Lando needs to get some bad luck, man. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna be damage limitation. Fuck. Max will lose 7 more points to Lando. I think the gap in championship standings will eke out to 43, 42 after this. If Verstappen is second, then Norris will get 7 more points, right? I don't know what the gap is right now. It was 39, so 39 plus 7 will be 46. That's too much. 46 points, 3 Grand Prix, bit too much. But Sebastian Vettel was not leading the World Championship until the final race, and in 2007, Kimi Antonelli was not leading in the championship standings until the final race. So, you know, it was such a phenomenal race, man. Max Verstappen started from the pit lane, and now he is going to finish P2 in this race. 6 plus 1, 7 laps to go. Verstappen is to push, 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 push as much as possible. It's crazy that Yuki Tsunoda is finishing dead last and Verstappen is going to finish P2. 7 laps to go. But yeah, Oscar Piastri is stuck behind George Russell. He's not going to overtake George Russell. He's going to stay there. Oh, but he's chasing Russell for P4. So that can happen too. So Oscar Piastri was right to be skeptical of the strategy that the team suggested. It seems that the team screwed him in strategy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's partially it's Piastri's fault. He's not pushing. He's just slow. Yeah. Oscar is 1.4 behind George Russell. Let's see if George Russell can defend. He needs to defend properly. The problem with Interlagos is that the last few sequence of corners make it easy for overtaking, and the start finish straight, and then the run from T3 to T4, that all gives good opportunity for overtake. So that's it's difficult. If you don't have the genuine competitive pace, then you won't be able to defend. You need at least good straight line speed, which I think the Mercedes has. Let's see. Let's see. If Piastri can overtake Russell and Antonelli, then that will be unbelievable. But at the same time, Max Verstappen is 1.3 seconds behind Kimi Antonelli. I think the chances will be very less for Antonelli to protect his P2. But let's see, Kimi Antonelli has been doing a great job. He's a good driver. But let's see. Maybe Yeah, but I don't care if Piastri gets into a collision though. I was gonna say maybe Piastri and Russell tangle, but I don't care about that. It's not gonna add any spice. We need something to happen to Norris. A leak, a puncture. So Kimi Antonelli is now on his wits to defend against the most dangerous overtaker in Formula One history, which is Max Verstappen. So we'll see how that comes. Now, Piastri is closing up to Russell slowly and steadily. Verstappen is almost within a second of Antonelli. Maybe Verstappen will have like one or two real chances at it, but Kimi is holding on well. Kimi is doing a good job. Hulkenberg is pushing to overtake Liam Lawson. He's on soft tires. Both of them are in points. Oliver Bowman is running a very good P6, man. What a legend. Pierre Gasly is in the points, so that's a great drive from him. It seems like he will stay in the points. He might put pressure on Hadjar and overtake him. That's the interesting part. So Max Verstappen right now has DRS on Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and he is very far behind on this occasion. Now he is right behind Kimi Antonelli. I think Verstappen is going to bide his time, and he will make the overtake stick in the next lap. I don't think he's going to take the risk this lap. I hope Lando Norris gets like a slow puncture on the last lap, which allows Verstappen to just pip him, get the victory. Norris can be P2. The reason why I'm saying that is because we want the championship fight to be alive and exciting, alright? I want these things for the general populace. We don't want a boring fight. We want something interesting. So far Verstappen has done what he's supposed to. Now the racing gods must smile on Max Verstappen. They must smile and bless Verstappen with a Lando Norris puncture. Lando Norris needs to lose some air. Still finished P2, no problem, nothing against him. Good guy. But Kimi Antonelli is defending well, man. He's defending very well. He is pulling away just enough against Max Verstappen in the middle sectors, but he's one small cornering mistake away. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think Verstappen is gonna get him. The opportunity has not been here yet, so only a couple of laps left. So that's getting concerning now. I hope Verstappen can get Kimi Antonelli for P2, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on, Kimi. Come on. Come on, Max. You've got the good tires. You have better tires, man. Come on, man. Come on, you got this. You got this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's this lap. Oh my god. Oh, Kimi just pulls away, man. Between turn 9 to turn 12, Kimi is just too good. He just takes a very perfect-ish racing line, and now he's about like 7.5 tenths, about 8 tenths ahead of Max when exiting the final corner, and that is not enough. Now Verstappen is very close to Kimi, but yeah, I think maybe he can get him in the run up to P4, but it's gonna be very, very nearly impossible. Okay, let's see. He has a look, but not enough. Fuck, Kimi is good, man. That's the thing. Corners 9 to 12, 9 to 13. He's doing a great job. Oscar Piastri is within 7 tenths, within 6 tenths, 7 tenths behind George Russell. So that battle is going on too. I'll try my best to report on both of them, but Kimi is doing a good job defending against Verstappen. If Kimi protects this position, credit to him. Even if Verstappen finishes P3, credit to him, because pit lane to P3, not bad. Would have been great for us to get the victory. Yeah, yeah, it's over. This is the final lap, and if now Kimi Antonelli doesn't get it, then it's not gonna happen. Oh, Kimi Antonelli takes a wider exit, wider entry, slightly. But yeah, I think this is over. The battle is over. We had a good run. I mean, Verstappen did a great drive, phenomenal drive. You know, it says genuinely it's a master class. I don't know how he started from the pit lane and now he's like just finishing 10 seconds behind the race leader. And it looks like, yeah, P2 looks too good to be true. So that oh, something happened. I don't think he can get him. Oh, but Verstappen is very close though. Yeah, but Lando Norris wins, takes the checkered flag. Great move. Antonelli and Verstappen. Kimi Antonelli took second place, Max Verstappen P3, Russell P4, Oscar Piastri P5, Oliver Behrman, great strong P6. What a good race, man. Then we have Liam Lawson, Isaac Hadjar, Nico Hulkenberg, and Pierre Gasly picking up the final point. Great race. What a phenomenal race. People are still battling though. Oh, someone is locking up Esteban Ocon. These guys in the back. It's cute, man. But yeah, Pierre Gasly, very, very happy for Pierre Gasly, who is scoring a point. Liam Lawson and Isaac Hadjar, P7, P8, double points for them. Hulkenberg scored a couple of points. That's great to see. But yeah, all around dominant performance by Lando Norris. Congratulations to him on becoming the 2025 Formula One World Champion, first championship. And yeah, congratulations to him. So that's the entire live stream, and thank you for watching. Would have been great to get a Verstappen win though, but I'll analyze it in a different one. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.